My girlfriend says I need to get rid of my dead wife's stuff or she's leaving. Should I stay or should I go? This is OKOP, where we read the craziest stories on earth. I'm Sam and Sophia. Should OP stay or should OP go?
I think OP should go.
I first got married at the age of 18 to my girlfriend I'd had since age 15. Damn, right out of the gate. We enjoyed 6 years of marriage together before she died in a motorcycle accident. That sucks.
Sorry.
Leaving me broken and severely depressed for years. A bit over 1 year ago, 4 years after my wife's passing, I met my current girlfriend at a work event and we really hit it off. I decided that it was time for me to start looking for a serious partner again and that my wife would have wanted me to be happy, which is probably true.
Yeah.
My current girlfriend and I became more serious over time and we moved in together 2 weeks ago. I've talked with her extensively about my deceased wife and the mental health issues it brought to me, and she has been doing nothing but being supportive and loving.
I thought you were going to say she's been doing nothing. That's nice.
That's great. That's great. So current girlfriend knows about dead wife.
Yes.
The problems began after we moved in together. I have a small chest.
Oh.
Should work out. Do some
I thought
bench press.
I thought it meant like a small chest.
No, it is a small chest.
Oh, it is.
That I used to keep under my bed that has a few things that belong to my deceased wife, along with photos of the two of us. Oh. During the moving process, my girlfriend noticed the chest and asked about it. So I explained what it was and showed her the contents. I didn't really expect it to be a big deal, but since I showed her, things have never been worse for us. She sat me down that night and explained that because I still had the chest and wanted to keep it, it was an indication to her that I haven't moved on from my deceased wife and that she doesn't think she continued the relationship unless I get rid of it.
That's crazy.
I was pretty shocked at this and told her that I needed some time to think about it. Well, it's been 2 weeks now and I still don't know what to do. My current girlfriend and I have no major problems up until this point, and she's asking me daily when I plan to get rid of it and says she can't live in the same space as the chest. Maybe get a storage unit or something. I really don't want to get rid of it, but I want to continue my relationship with her as well. What can I say to get her to understand, or am I being crazy by keeping those things for years? And we do have an update, but what do you think? Do you think OP should keep the chest or get rid of it? Do you think OP should leave the relationship?
Maybe too early to leave a relationship, but I don't think that OP should get rid of the chest, because I think if it was anyone else, it would be seen as unreasonable.
I mean, I keep letters from all my ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, but and they're alive.
Is that a red flag?
No, I think that's nice. But also that's people that are alive too. And so this is a person that's passed away.
I would keep them more if they were dead.
They never broke up. This is not a person, this is not an ex-wife. I think that's the story that you're thinking of. Anyway, this is not an ex-wife. This is someone who passed away.
This is a late wife.
A late wife. Yeah, I think if OP had a chest full of stuff from their
dead
mother,
brother or something.
Yeah, or something like that.
I love how you immediately went to the dead brother.
I said mother.
Oh,
you said
good.
brother. Okay. But no, I think that would be obviously unreasonable.
Yeah.
But just because it's a wife, it's you're not over.
Well,
that's not.
I feel it's almost like she thinks she has to compete with
which is not
the
the
late
case.
wife, which is not the case.
No.
It's just
memories.
It's just memories.
Yeah.
And
I don't think
throw away those memories seems a little bit weird and jealous.
Yeah.
But there is an update, so let's get into it. But before we do, I have another guest to invite on the show. All right, so we're going into the update, and for this update, we have special guest Max Fills.
How's it going, guys? I'm Max.
Can I say how we know each other?
Yeah,
or is that...
absolutely.
Okay, so we used to carpool in high school and would have carpool fight club.
Yeah, carpool fight club. We'd go to school together.
All right, so let's get into this update. Some context. Basically, this guy had a girlfriend, married at 18, met each other at 16. Then the girlfriend died at 26, and then he has a new girlfriend, and the new girlfriend just found out that he has a chest of his old girlfriend's memories, and she's pissed.
Oh.
And she gave him an ultimatum saying, you have to throw it out or I'm leaving.
Okay, so now we're caught up. Let's jump into it. So, wow, I did not expect that amount of feedback at all on the post. Sorry, I haven't responded to many comments. It was a bit overwhelming to wake up to thousands of them. But I wanted to provide some more information and an update about how everything went down. People were wondering how often I look at the chest and talk about my late wife. How much is too much to talk about your dead wife?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think the current girlfriend.
So constant, all right, 3 days, three times a day.
That's way too much. At a certain point, you do have to get over it.
So how many?
When did she die?
She's 29, so 3 years ago. They dated for 6 years.
Damn, that's fresh. Oh man. I think you have
they
to
were
have some
married for
patience.
6 years, Sam.
Yeah, married for 6 years.
Married
So I think, married for 6 years. They were together for 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I say you get 3 times a day to think about
but
your
it
dead
doesn't
wife.
seem like he's mentioning his late wife that much. It just seems like she found out. Yeah, the box.
Yeah, I agree. Is
even like less of an issue, I think.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the issue. It's the box. I think if it's a box, it's fine.
The box is totally fine, dude. I think, that's crazy, man. I just don't even know what to do in that situation.
Break up, maybe. All right, let's see.
We'll see.
Now people are wondering how often I look at the chest and talk about my late wife. I spend prolonged time with the chest and its contents, usually twice a year, on our anniversary date and her death date.
That's so valid.
I think that's super valid.
That's super valid. Two times a year?
Yeah, come on. And he probably thinks about her like pretty consistently, which is understandable too. But
absolutely.
like 2 times a day with the box is like fine.
Yeah, well, 2 times a year.
2 times a year, sorry. 2 times a year. Even 2 times a day. If it was morning and night.
2 times a day, I would think that's fine. That's like a meditation.
Would I be uncomfortable with that? I don't know. Would you be uncomfortable with your partner meditating with his dead wife's box 2 times a day? Put your answers in the comments. I would love to know. That's a very specific question. So I'm not constantly opening it and having it out around and stuff. I feel as though I find the most comfort just knowing that it's nearby. Yeah. Strangely enough, which is why I wanted to keep it in the house. Most of the conversations about my previous marriage have been prompted by my girlfriend and not me, which I think is good context.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I can talk about it pretty openly when asked about my late wife, but I seldom bring her up in my own conversation. She used to be all I ever talked about, and it was annoying and uncomfortable to people in my life. Looking back on a lot of our conversations, my girlfriend would frequently ask questions trying to gauge if I was still mourning or if I was happy again. Now, with the chest incident, that makes sense to me that it has been an unvoiced insecurity for a while. At the time, I suppose I just thought she was asking if I was depressed still, but I see now she was trying to ask if I was over my late wife.
I don't think you have to be over your late wife though.
Can you get over it?
Yeah, I don't know if you can get over. Like, I just feel like that's like asking if your mom passed away and you're like, get over your mom.
But you don't have sex dreams about your mom.
Okay, well, Sam. No, I mean like when you lose someone that close to you. Thank you, Sam. I was trying to be sweet. Sign.
Yeah, where's the no sex sign?
I was saying when you lose someone that close to you, I don't think it's about getting over as being able to continue with your life.
It's not the same grieving process as like breaking up with a partner.
No.
Right?
No, not at all.
If we were to put a formula to it, like double the grieving
I
length.
don't think I would give a formula to this.
No.
Did the new wife not know
She
he
knew.
was a widow?
She knew.
No, she knew because she'd been asking him questions.
But she wants him to get over it.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Get over.
Yeah, exactly.
John, red flag or green flag? He walks on the roadside of the road.
That's an absolute green flag because sometimes you're taking a morning walk and you want to have the sunshine and the sunshine is on the roadside. I do that all the time. Can I be honest with you?
Do you know the real reason for that actually?
What?
When you're with like a young lady, you're supposed to walk on the roadside. So if a car goes onto the sidewalk, you get hit first and you are protecting her.
We got to protect our women.
We got to protect them. And you know what else we got to protect?
What is that?
Our new red flag, green flag drop at okop.show/shop.
That's right. You can get one of 50 hats, hoodies, or overalls that are part of this drop that ends February 9th.
And we'll pick one lucky person who supports the drop to be featured on the show and get interviewed.
So y'all, show your love, show your support for your boys. Head on over to okop.show/shop and grab an item before we run out or before February 9th.
When my girlfriend asked me to get rid of the chest, she did in fact mean dispose of it.
That's so different than just like putting it in storage too.
I didn't go into great detail about the conversation we had when she sat me down, but I proposed keeping it more tucked away, not in our bedroom or at another person's home. And she continued to say I was still hanging on and not ready for a relationship in her eyes. And keeping it somewhere else didn't change that. I am definitely not getting rid of the chest. And by that, I mean disposing of it. It's been locked in my car the past couple of days while I've been dealing with this. I got some really good advice from you guys and tried to have an open, honest conversation with her today, asking her why the chest was so significant as to give me an ultimatum and why she felt like I had to get rid of it to continue growing our relationship, which is all like great questions. I feel like it's very pointed questions.
Yeah, I'm glad they had a conversation.
She said the entire relationship we've had, she's always felt like she had to match up to the standards of my late wife or be even better so that I would stay with her. And that me still having the chest was confirmation that she will always be lesser than.
I think people have this like kind of misunderstanding that like you can only have a little bit of love and then it goes smaller
like love
and smaller.
is fractional.
Yeah, like,
no, love is not fractional.
No, love is abundant.
Oh, that was cute. That was cute. If I got rid of the chest, it would be confirmation that I was ready to give my whole heart to her. This broke my heart,
dude.
honestly.
This is so disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful. And I couldn't believe she never told me she was feeling this way and that I didn't see it. It also made me feel confused because I've been trying to show her the best I can, that I can give my heart in other ways. Why do I need to dump these precious memories to do that? I told her that the relationship with my late wife and my relationship with her are entirely independent of one another.
Hell yeah.
Different shoes.
He's saying like the perfect thing.
I know. This man is like emotionally mature.
He's so emotionally mature.
And then I was focused on building trust and love with her, not trying to replace my late wife or compare her by any means. I told her that I couldn't dispose of the chest because it meant a lot to me, and sentimentally, but that I wasn't keeping it to hang on or cling to my late wife. I just felt as though it was an important part of my history and I wanted to honor her memory.
Yeah.
Like saying the right things.
So, yeah.
Some of the trinkets in the chest were from when we were 16 years old, going to high school dances and learning how to drive together. I couldn't simply trash those.
I think even if they were just exes and she was still alive, those are cute things to keep.
Yeah. Also, at the end of this story, I'm going to show you my letterbox. I literally have like letters from all my ex-girlfriends in there.
Really? What? You guys wrote letters to each other?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You want to see?
Are you not writing letters for your girlfriend?
letters for your girl?
No, dude.
You should write letters.
I'll write her a text.
Let's give you a piece of paper at the end of this.
Yeah. We're gonna have Max write a letter
We're
to
gonna
his
draft a
girlfriend.
letter.
Yeah.
I reassured her that I loved her for exactly who she was, not the position she held in my life or how similar she was to my late wife. I told her that I could see us building a life together and that I was focused on our future, not my past. I told her that there is absolutely no competition and that while I was hurt by the ultimatum, I was ready to move past this and move the chest to storage somewhere else. It wasn't enough for her.
Oh.
What do you think she said? What do you think she's going to do? Prediction. Sophia, what's your conspiracy?
I think that she's going to be like, we have to break up. You don't care about me or something silly.
She's going to cave. She's going to cave. She has to. It's so petty.
So you think she's going to keep
like,
saying him?
Fine. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
All right. Conspiracy over. Let's see what really happened. Back to reality, y'all. It wasn't enough for her. I don't know what else I needed to say or do to communicate my love and dedication, but she was dead set on me getting rid of the chest or her leaving. I told her a final time that there was not an ounce of a chance I was getting rid of it. Radio silence. Then she gets a bag of her stuff, hops in the car, and drives off.
No way, dude.
She's just fulfilling. That's
The
like a
prophecy.
self-fulfilling prophecy.
Ignoring me when I asked what was going on. After calling her multiple times for a few hours, I learned she's staying with a friend who she called in the car, I guess. So she originally just drove off, not knowing where she was going and making arrangements to move out next week.
Wow.
I'm still in shock, but I mostly feel confused and hollow. Maybe I truly wasn't ready for a relationship. Maybe she's just crazy. Maybe a bit of both. Do we think OP made the right decision in staying firm? I want to know what all of you think, so put your answers in the comments. But Sophia, Max, what do you think?
Dude, good for him for, sticking to his guns and keeping the memories, because that's crazy on her part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's being petty for leaving. That's nuts.
Kind of ridiculous.
But also good riddance at that point, I think, because she was just going to be like insecure for the rest of the relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I think red flag for sure.
Yeah.
Wave that red flag. Red flag for sure. I mean, if you're asking someone to get rid of their like a dead important person in their life's memories, that is like a major red flag.
Yeah. I also don't think it would, even if OP did get rid of it, I think that would hurt him more than help him get over the relationship.
I think so too. I think those memories are a way of like
connecting,
grieving,
coping.
and coping and moving through it. But I would love to know what all of y'all think. So put your answers in the comments. But do you guys want to see my letterbox?
Yeah, I want to see your letterbox. I want to see how far back this goes.
You and share the letter.
He was always such a little sentimental little baby.
Okay.
Oh, that's the letterbox mom made though.
Yeah. So my mom made this.
That's adorable.
With my sister. And I put all of my letters in here. Do you want to choose one? That is like the piece of paper that was the beginning of the first company I made, Finding Founders.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
All right, what else? What else? But that's not
origin story.
Who's this one? This is from Ariana, an ex-girlfriend. And a little letter.
No way.
That's cute.
It's super cute.
That's so crazy. So what year do you think this is? Circa 20?
I think this is 2022.
Wow, recent.
Yep, that's Sevilla. I don't think, and this isn't weird, right?
No.
I have all of my letters.
No, it's not weird anymore. I thought it was just like ex-girlfriends.
Oh, this is.
Who is that? Oh.
This is
Oh, that's
not
funny.
Sophia. This
No.
is Sophie, an ex-girlfriend.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
She knows you so well.
I think like keeping memories is like, it's cool to look back
Yeah.
on and see the people
It
that like
is.
care about you and
Yeah.
the people that you cared about
Yeah.
or still do care about. They hold a special place in your heart. But Riley, should we get into another story?
Roll the tape.
Right before I came back from break, I had a very unfortunate accident on the toilet.
The knee dislocation.
The infamous one, you know,
The knee pee.
the knee pee. It was right before the flight back home from the holidays. I was, standing up, doing my business, and boop, my kneecap just slid right out.
How does a kneecap slide out?
I just have terrible bands and tendons in my knee.
I'm sorry that you experienced that. Is it painful?
It kind of is. It mostly feels weird. This one I kind of didn't notice, but
But you can give yourself a golden shower, so that's a plus.
that is a huge plus.
That's a huge plus. You're like
Yes.
one of those little like statues with the baby penises. I'm not saying you have a baby penis,
Right.
but like with the baby penises that like pee into the fountain.
Dude, that's me. You just accurately described me. Thank you so much for letting our listeners know that. But it's not an easy thing to dislocate, and I can always locate to get help medically.
ZocDoc.
Woo! ZocDoc is a free app and website that you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you.
Instantly book appointments with them online.
Once you find the doc you want, you can book them immediately.
No more waiting awkwardly on hold with a receptionist.
And all of these docs have verified reviews from actual real people.
We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated,
patient-reviewed,
credible doctors and specialists.
You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance.
And are located near you and treat basically any condition you're searching
The typical wait time for a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 72 hours.
Sometimes even the same day.
We use ZocDoc, and y'all should too.
Go to ZocDoc.com/OKOP and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/OKOP, ZocDoc.com/OKOP. Back to the show.
My family doesn't want me to date my girlfriend. They are now upset, and so are her parents. Should I break up with her?
I think maybe just like emancipate from your parents.
Yeah, maybe. First impressions, though, like from personal experience, your parents probably have a point. They're probably dialing in on something. So don't break up with her, but like keep your eyes peeled.
Of Gary Vee, fuck your parents. Drop out of college.
There's two different
Good word.
Two
Garage sale.
different approaches here.
Yeah, let's see. Which one should you do?
So my now girlfriend and I have known each other our entire lives. Our families have been friends for a long time now, so we're always close. My girlfriend and I had feelings for each other for a while, but never acted on it until a few months ago. We secretly
Spicy.
dated until 2 weeks ago when we went to prom together. We thought everyone would think it was the coolest thing ever, but they had the opposite reaction.
Why?
They told us we weren't allowed to date, and that was that.
How old are they?
Mm,
18?
18
feels
female
like-
and OP is 18 male.
That feels like an okay time to date.
Yeah.
When did you have your first girlfriend?
13?
13. Damn.
14?
My
What?
conspiracy
What?
is that they're siblings.
Oh, they might be cousins.
Cousins.
Oh, family friend.
Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory.
They find out they're related.
Anyway, let's continue. The only explanation we got is that it's weird because we're basically family, which doesn't make sense because we're not related.
Yeah, that's weird.
As far as you know.
We're just so confused about why they're acting like this. We're not going to stop because we're going away to college in a couple months, but it's frustrating that they're ruining this for us. Anyone have any idea why they're doing this or how we can get them to change their minds?
Oh, yeah, they're related for sure.
You think so?
I
Maybe.
think that's what I'm like, maybe.
I mean, that would be a
Maybe. That'd
crazy
be
twist. It could be that like, this is.
What's your conspiracy theory, Sam? Put your
well,
hat on.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's more like It's more like what I think is actually happening. I think the families are so close, and they all want to fuck up the bond between the families by some like just intermingling that could happen, you know, and then it just makes it weird. And it's like, oh, like your daughter broke up with my son, and now he's like in his emo phase and doesn't want to come out of his room, and so that's awkward when our families go to dinner together, and then like the whole family friend dynamic just crumbles before our eyes.
That's true. Well, there's an update.
Oh. Is it juicy?
It's moderately.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't say juicy. We'll find out. There's good news and there's awful news.
Oh no.
Good news is no incest here. We're not related.
Thank God.
Jeez.
Apparently everyone else thought the same thing too. Awful news is our parents are poly and basically a foursome.
Whoa.
So they're like, technically step siblings. Well, no, that's not what they say. That's just my interpretation.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
But
no.
that is crazy.
Poly.
It's got
Man,
juicy.
multiple generations of fucking each other.
That's hot. Wow. That's crazy.
We were trying to get an answer out of our parents all day yesterday, but they kept giving the same BS excuses. We called my girlfriend's older sister to see if she knew why they didn't want us together. We knew she would try to help us because she definitely wanted us to be together. She caught the four of them together one time a few years ago and was told to keep it a secret. She told her grandparents about it, and it caused a big fight that eventually got resolved. We confronted our parents about it, and they confirmed. It didn't start until all four of their children were born, so we're definitely not related. They're being really
and they're really stressing that.
Really
I don't know
stressing
if I
that.
believe it until there's an ancestry test. I want 23andMe DNA test.
New Reddit story is the DNA test. We asked them what they expected us to do, and they said break up so they could continue their relationship.
That's so messed up.
Whoa, yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a video concept for you in that.
Yeah, honestly, for real.
They thought we had more of a brother-sister relationship and were surprised that it was actually romantic.
Well, I thought you had more of a family-friend relationship and weren't
So yes,
boykin'.
everyone's a little bit surprised here. Not really proud of it, but we flipped out on them. I don't have anything against the poly lifestyle, but it's weird when people you're close to are into it.
Yeah, your parents.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I don't know what I would do if I found out like my parents' family friends were. Who's their closest family friend we have? Hawk? No, Hawk.
No, they're not. They're too
They're
far
too far.
away.
Who?
I don't know. I feel like most of our family friends' parents are like not together, so it would just be one parent.
That's true.
No, it's not like a bad thing. It's just like it would just be one parent. So it would be it wouldn't
be a threesome.
We told them it's unfair of them to have a relationship that will be hidden forever, while my girlfriend and I can't have a public one. They said we were young and would probably break up one day, so it's better to end it now to keep peace in the family.
Bro, it's the most hypocritical thing ever. Yeah, don't have sex with each other because it might make the family dynamic weird.
That is pretty hypocritical.
That's so hypocritical.
Yeah, it's hypocritical. That's crazy.
We left and went to stay at her sister's apartment. Now what? Why does this have to be so complicated? We can't just break up and pretend like nothing happened to please our parents. It's also super hypocritical of them to use the basically family excuse at first while they are doing the same effing thing.
They're smashing.
We're so lost right now. What should we do?
I think keep boinking, you know, like don't let the parents
Keep the
stop you.
relationship going.
Yeah. Don't let this parent stop you.
Yeah.
I've been in a swinger relationship. And
Really?
Yeah. And me and my girlfriend, we first started our relationship pretty open like this. And we've met with other couples that have children, and usually their kids already know.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I feel like that's
And-
something you have to tell the kids to, like, you know, if you're bringing people.
Here it's like, what do you meet the kids?
So I have met the kids sometimes.
What do you say? Like,
Hey, nice to
I'm
meet
a family
you.
friend.
I'm friends with your mom.
I'm a close family friend.
I'm a close family friend. Me and your mom like to party.
Are the kids like older? Like how old are they? At what point do they know?
The last one we met, the parents were like mid 30s.
Okay. So the kids were probably
the kids
like
were like
10?
No, they were like 5 or 6.
Okay, so it's not really something they understand.
So
anyway.
yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, yeah.
Well, guys. Keep going.
But yeah, so like, you know, because they're already in this like lifestyle, they should already be more open. Like they should be more hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if you're like, what if you had kids and then they have kids and then your kids are dating?
I mean, if they break up, I'm still fucking his mom. Like, sorry. Like I wouldn't care. It shouldn't affect.
Yeah, it's two
Yeah.
separate relationships. Okay, well, let's get in.
I think if they marry, that's different. Like if the parents marry each other, that would
If
change it. Because
the parents, like the set of parents, marry each other.
yeah,
Can that
Four-way
happen?
marriage?
A four-way
Yeah.
marriage?
Hypothetically, let's say it does happen.
hypothetically, and in which case, like for example,
Does
if
that? Why would that change
No, no, no,
anything?
like, so
I
there's
think
like-
it's two separate relationships.
no, okay. I guess it depends. Well, yeah,
Oh, because then they'd be step siblings.
yeah.
Is
And
that what you mean?
It's kind of like
And that is never. There's never been a step sibling that like has hooked up with another step sibling.
that's
right?
like the plot of the Fosters.
I think it depends when when they became
Yeah.
step siblings.
Yes, I
Because
agree.
if you're already 18, like it
Yeah,
becomes
that's,
step
like, too late.
siblings, then
Yeah.
like
It's like okay,
But if it's like earlier,
yeah, you grow up together
Uh-huh,
as
like-
step
Then it's weird.
siblings,
yeah,
and then
dude.
it's
Because
weird.
I do a lot of work like that in that area. But I grew up with a stepsister my
Yeah,
whole
it's like-
life, but it's
yeah.
totally different
Yeah.
because I lived with her for like 9 years before.
And
Exactly,
you
yeah.
don't. You think of her as a sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
gross.
Yeah, so I think that's where there's
Get
anyway.
into this
There's a
update.
juicy update.
Juicy.
Post is locked now, so we just wanted to say thanks. Been a crazy few days, but reading these comments has been fun, sometimes scary for us. Gonna continue this relationship and see where it goes. And then another update. Hey, thought I would give the followers a quick update on my girlfriend and I. I'll post one last update after my girlfriend and I move away for school. So we both went home after school on Monday and told our parents that we would continue dating. And that was final. They haven't said anything about it since, but we can tell it still bothers them.
Okay. What's your prediction for what you think the parents are going to do? I think they're going to try to start sabotaging it.
Maybe. Well, but they're also aren't they might I think they're going to different schools, so
So it's going to break up naturally.
maybe. But like I
Probably.
feel like I wouldn't like actively need to.
Yeah.
If I would want
I'm just
to-
imagining like a Home Alone situation where they're setting a bunch of traps for the kids to fall into.
opposite of a parent trap.
Yeah. Child trap. That sounds bad. Okay. Let's go.
Child murder.
Let's go.
I meant like breaking up, but not parent
Let's
trap.
keep going.
Anyways, like when I told my parents I was going with my girlfriend to a grad party yesterday, they just rolled their eyes at me. Oh well, the two of us are just having fun being together. We graduated from high school on Friday. Congratulations. The best part about it was having our parents take pictures of the two of us. Next weekend is going to be wild with my grad party on Saturday and hers on Sunday. Going to be interesting to see what more extended family think of our relationship because they're all friends too. Yeah, Christmas is a poop show. Like I
Yeah,
said,
Christmas would be weird.
yeah. Like I said, I'll post a final update on what happened in the summer and what college life is like. Thanks for the support. It's been fun sharing our story so far. Hey, hopefully someone remembers these posts. We do. Can't believe how fast the summer went, but I promise one more update when I got to school.
Do you think they're still together? Don't look.
Yes, I think they're still together.
What do you
I think
think?
they're still together too.
I think they're still together.
She's probably hot.
So early in the summer, we got more extended family reactions to our relationship. Remember, this is 3 generations of family friendship. It's effing crazy. No,
Friendship.
friendship. 3 generations,
Wait.
like grandparents were friends.
Bro,
Friends.
And then the parents grew up. At least two. One.
I think the grandparents are swingers too.
Who knows? And wouldn't you know, they had a normal reaction to 2 people who are happy together. We got a lot of, I knew it, and it's about time. I guess we didn't really hide our feelings for each other too well before we got together. So only the parents were oblivious.
Yeah.
Which makes the whole
They were too
thing
busy
with
doing other things.
Which-
Pay attention to the kids.
which makes the whole thing with our parents even more weird. Did they seriously not see this coming? Speaking of those 4, they're definitely not happy about us still, but I think they're starting to accept it. They did give us a gift before we moved away for school. More on that in a sec. It was concert tickets for our favorite band. The concert was 20 minutes from our school, so it was good timing with our move-in. We were very grateful for the gift and hope that it was their way of showing that they have moved on. School has been good so far. Kind of surreal that my girlfriend and I have been talking about going to our school for years, and now we're actually living it as a couple too. And no, we're not living together. We're not stupid. Even though her dorm is like 5-minute walk from mine, lol. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Probably the last update unless something happens. Still thankful we're not related because that would have been a life-ruining discovery.
Yeah.
Now we're just going to see where it goes and enjoy our lives.
If they were in Iceland, they probably would have been related.
That's because there's
that's
no one
true.
in Iceland.
Do you know about the Iceland registry where you have to before you get married, you have to see if you're related because everyone's related in Iceland?
Yeah, because it's a pretty small population.
Crazy. Well, I feel like the next update we're going to get is like they got married. I hope. I feel like that's what we're the sets of parents. No, I think the kids. But I like that they stayed like true to their relationship.
Yeah, dude.
That's.
I think we should get into the last story, Sam.
Woo! Okay, let's get it. I work at a funeral instead of having dating apps. Am I the a-hole? Sophia, Max, what do you think?
I'm scared.
Big brain.
So this, oh my God. No way. Yeah. This comes from the OKOP family. You're an OK biscuit. This was submitted on our subreddit, r/OKOP show. If you want to submit your story, go to Reddit, r/OKOP show, or call us at 440-508-6567. So this comes from Final Cauliflower 51. 2 years ago, I, 25 female, lost my grandpa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rough. He was a sick, elderly man, so every day that he woke up was a little miracle. Until one day, he didn't. It hit us hard because he felt invincible. He was in an accident in his late 40s and ended up in the hospital for months. He had 97% body damage. What does that even mean?
Did he get burned or something?
Yeah, like when you get burned, like 97. Yeah. It's just like 97.
But you would say burns because our grandpa got burns on like 80% of his body?
Yeah, so it's probably something like that.
97 is a lot.
B-.
And yet he lived to be 92.
Wow.
For a little background, my mother and my father come from a little town where everybody knows each other. They moved away to a bigger city before I was born, so we would only go there to see my mother's family during holidays, and I would spend 2 weeks of every summer holidays at school there. The only people I know there are my family and some of my cousin's friends, but other than that, I don't really know people from that area. The town is so small. There's only one funeral home, so it was the one my aunt called when my grandfather passed.
Mm-hmm.
In my country, there's a custom of ordering masses. You basically go to your local priest and ask for a dead loved one to be specifically mentioned / prayed for during mass. At the end of the funeral, a priest reads out all the dates of those masses for the deceased and who asked for the mass. So for example, they would say something like a mass in X on 6th May from daughter Jane and her family. All right, we got the context, on to the story.
Yes.
The funeral happened, and at the end, the priest started reading out the list of masses. My parents weren't on good terms at that time, so they each asked for a mass on their own. Therefore, during that part, the priest read out 2 dates with comments. From Jones family, name changed, for my father's request, and from daughter Dorothy and granddaughter Lily. My name and surname were never mentioned in the same sentence nor near one another. My parents also didn't stand together during the funeral, and I was the only one interacting with my mother as my father came on his own a little bit later into the ceremony and was keeping to the end of the chapel. Okay, so the parents are very, very separated.
Oh.
After the funeral, we went for a meal in a restaurant with the closest family. Another custom in my country, a kind of wake, but after the funeral. I had a chance to check my phone for the first time in hours. I wanted to message my friend, who was a big help during the time. We were still waiting for others to arrive, so I checked my notifications and saw that I had a new follower request on Instagram from an unknown name. I'm not very active on Instagram, so the only followers I get are usually people I know or scammers. So I got surprised as the name sounded legit. I went into the account to check if maybe it's someone I met before and just forgot, but I didn't recognize the face. However, I noticed that this guy's location was very often marked as the area where my family was from. I turned to one of my cousins to ask if she knew him. I thought that maybe it was someone I met as a teenager, but she didn't recognize the name. As she was saying this, her phone vibrated. The same man asked to follow her on IG as well.
Interesting.
Intrigued, she put I see you in the comments if you know what happened.
I see you.
Do you know what happened?
No.
You know what happened? I know what happened. I've done this. Intrigued, she checked and almost choked on her saliva when she realized who it was. It was one of the men from the funeral house who put my granddad in the ground less than 30 minutes ago. When we were leaving, they were still putting down the flowers and candles that people brought. It sent an unpleasant shiver down my spine. Not only was he putting my granddad to rest and somehow found time to follow us, My request was 20 minutes old, but he also had to do some proper stalking to connect my name and surname. There were a lot of mentions from different family members and different surnames. Needless to say, it creeped me out a bit and I left him forever in request. So I think what happened basically is as they were saying the names of the people who were like putting
maybe I didn't see you.
they're saying the names of the people that were like, all right, this person like Sophia Donner is paying her respects. The guy was like, who's Sophia Donner? And then
but I don't think, but I thought she said that they never mentioned her name.
Well, they mentioned like a different name, but that's what's weird. He went and like sleuthed to find her.
Weird.
Needless to say, it creeped me out a bit and I left him forever in request. I talked about it with my friend and he was trying to play devil's advocate and say that maybe he just found me cute and didn't know how to approach, as funeral doesn't seem like a great place to chat a girl up.
But why did he request both the cousin and her?
Because he was trying to increase his odds.
Yeah, apparently.
I would be willing to believe that if he didn't went on to try to follow and try to message 3 more of my female cousins after that. Can you imagine telling this story to my children one day? Dad, how did you meet my mom? Well, I stalked her on Instagram after putting her grandfather to rest in a cemetery. And we do have an okay story time from both Sophia and I. But do you think this is creepy? Basically, like you're at mass, you're reading out names of people who are like, I'm putting you in the ground, and you go and follow that person.
That's strange. That's strange. I don't think that's the time. No, but he's the funeral worker.
He's a funeral worker, right?
That's
He's
so
not
different.
like in the funeral party.
No.
That's true. That's true.
You got to do what you got to do. Like,
So my okay story time. I want to know what all you guys think. So put your answer in the comments. Creepy. I think it's a little creepy because he's a worker.
Yeah.
If he was like part of the funeral ceremony, maybe. But okay story time. So I was at my sister's graduation. And as people were going across the stage, they put their full names there.
Oh.
And there was this girl that was kind of cute.
At UCSD?
Yeah. And I go and I'm like, oh, she's kind of cute. Like maybe I'll message her.
Any cum laudes?
I think so. I think she did.
Nice.
Yeah, she was smart too. And I go and look her up on Instagram. Turns out our cousin Max is following her. And she's Catherine Bracken's, do you know Catherine Bracken? Anyway, she's her sister.
Wow. I don't know who that is.
And then I asked Max if she had a boyfriend, and she does. So I unfollowed.
Yikes. My story is that, so I used to work at Starbucks, and there was this, like, we would have, people come in, like the same people would come in a lot. And there was this one guy that would come in a lot, and I was nice because I'm paid to be nice.
Job.
That is my job. And I think he knew he knew my first name because it was on my name tag.
Because that is part of your job.
It's part of my job. And then months later, I got like an Instagram request from him. And I was like, how did he find me?
That's
because he only had my
crazy.
first name. And I was like, weird. I did let him find me because I found out that he was in the theater. Like he was in the
so you
theater
were maybe
major.
a little interested.
No, I wasn't. But like he was in the theater major.
No, definitely not.
No. But he was in the theater major. I was like, oh, okay, well, he's a new theater person. But like he didn't know that I was a theater student. So I was like, how did he find me?
How do you think he found you?
I have no idea. I stalked something.
Stock something.
Yeah, he was nice at the time. But yeah, no, it's just a little bit too much.
Where's the weirdest location you've picked up someone?
I try to stay on the internet.
Internet.
Yeah.
You're an internet boy?
Yeah. I think it's kind of rude to try to hit on girls in public.
You think so?
Yeah. I think usually they're with their friends.
But then the world's such a cold, soulless place if you can't talk to people in the
I think it
the
depends on how you
streets.
do
Yeah.
it. 'Cause, I was in Europe with my two friends, and one of my friends just got hit on like so much, and it was like bad.
Like not fun hitting.
Not fun.
Yeah, that
like not
sucks.
even it was just, like it wasn't like necessarily a lot of them would just like make comments, and they weren't rude, but they was just a lot to deal with. So like I think it depends on how you do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia
Especially
was
if they're
giving Sophia woman me on
I gave Sam a pen.
to write my number down.
Yeah, but I think, well,
Less
actually, that's a
assist.
good point. I think if you want to give your number to someone who's working, or if you want to like get the number someone who's working, I think that you should always give your number
Instead of getting
instead
a
of
number.
asking them, because
agree.
it puts the thing like they can call you or not.
Mm-hmm.
And just because they're working, because I always feel really obligated when people ask for my number. I'm like, okay. Because I'm not good at saying no.
Yeah, fair.
So yes, that's a lesson for you guys.
Let us know if you would like to be picked up in public or asked on a date in public, or would you prefer the internet? I would love to know in the comments.
I don't think I mind the public aspect.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you ask.
What were you gonna say?
I just remembered something. This one time, I picked up this girl who was my stepmom's friend at a Thanksgiving dinner.
What?
Yeah.
Like picked up successfully?
Yeah, she was dating her boyfriend at the time, and I was just like chatting her up. I was kind of drunk. And later, I asked my little sister for her Instagram, so then I followed her. And then a few weeks later, she was like, hey, my boyfriend's like gone. Do you want to like hang out?
Messy Max.
That works better. Messy
Max does work.
I mean, yeah, messy Max. I mean, I let, she's an adult. She made that decision. Like, it's not, am I the morality police on that? I'm not the morality police, I'm going to let her, she's a big girl. She can make her own decisions.
He's not the morality police, but he did bring handcuffs. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode with a guest, Max Fills. If you look him up, you can find him if you know, you know.
MaxFills.com.
You have a .com?
Yeah, MaxFills.com. I got it.
No way.
I got it. It's just my links. It's safe.
For the
It's safe for work?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a picture. It's like one of my headshots. I think that's it. Oh.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Thanks. Don't click those.
Well, if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and see you tomorrow.